Good morning and welcome to On the Beat. My name is Kim Mastrofino, and with me today is Martin Chan and Joe Hildreth. Let's check in with the Beat team today because I know that they have updates on the weather and they have updates about the community. So I think I'll start with Martin. How's it going, Martin?
Oh, hey, hi. Right now it's doing a little, let's say, a little cloudy. Gonna snow soon. Well, 1 to 3 inches. Mixed rain and snow this afternoon.
Well, maybe the rain will kind of melt some of that, but I guess we're just going to get another pile, huh?
I guess so. Yeah, not pile.
Yeah, another pile. That's good.
It's gonna keep piling up more
Yeah,
snow.
exactly.
Yeah.
Bring it on, right?
Yeah, bring it on.
Well, thank you for that update. That was very helpful.
No problem.
So I guess we'll check in with Joe at this time. I know that he has some community updates as well. So how you doing, Joe?
I'm doing good and great to be here.
Well, it's great to have you on. So I want to share some of those updates you got?
Yes. The Ocean Community Chamber needs your help to save their Easter tradition. They are hoping to provide a second year of safe home visit for local families from the Easter Bunny. They are asking community members to contribute unopened bags of individual wrapped candy without nuts or peanut butter. If you are interested, please bring them to the Ocean Community Chamber of Congress. And also, just a reminder to tune into Nick Live every Friday at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook. Knickerbocker and the United Theater offer full concerts and great entertainment for you. And also, the Frank Olin Center is hosting a trivia night to support their cause. They are currently recruiting their teams. If you are interested and need more info, please visit their Facebook page.
Thank you so much, Joe. That was very informative. So remember to check out Nick Live. That's great entertainment. Check out, donate candy to the Ocean Community Chamber. And don't forget the trivia event that will be happening soon for the Olin Center. So excellent updates. So now it's time to introduce our guests. We have two guests on today. It is Ryan Mason and Beth Markowski-Roop from Servicemaster by Mason. Welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having us on the beat.
Good morning.
Thank you. How you both doing today?
It's a great day.
It is a great day. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Yeah, and we totally appreciate the Olin Center and you guys having us on. It's a rare opportunity, so we appreciate it so much.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time because I know how busy you are. And God bless you for doing all that cleaning. I don't know if I could do it all. So anyway, but Martin and Joe are going to be conducting the interview questions as we usually do. And so we're going to learn more about everything that's happening at Servicemaster by Mason. And we're going to learn a little bit more about Beth and Ryan. So Joe, I think you have the first question. You ready to go?
Yes.
All right.
Welcome, Ryan and Beth. For those new to the broadcast, can you both tell us about yourself and about your role as Servicemaster by Mason?
Yeah, Joe. Thanks. So I'm Ryan. I've been with Servicemaster professionally for 20 years now. My wife, I grew up in Westerly. My wife and my 3 children, we live in North Stonington now, right over the border. And our business is located in pretty close to downtown Westerly. And we've been servicing our community, my father actually, for close to over 30 years, right? About 31. We're calling it 30 plus 1 because last year was a crazy year. So, so that's a little bit about me. Thanks.
Yeah, so I'm Beth Markowski-Roop, and I'm the Director of Marketing here at Servicemaster by Mason. And I've been with the Servicemaster family and team for 11 years, and here at Servicemaster by Mason for over 5 years. And as a Director of Marketing, well, we wear many hats, all of us here at Servicemaster by Mason. So I oversee all of our marketing efforts, our digital and social media, and also our continuing education program. We provide free classes to insurance professionals so they can acquire the credits that they need to stay fluid with their license. And we also provide classes for free for our real estate professionals as well here in Rhode Island.
May I also add in, before Martin takes the next question, is that when I was looking on your website, it's remarkable the resources that you provide to not only homeowners, but to others as well. And so I was very impressed by that.
Thank you.
Which
We're
is
always
great.
trying to provide additional resources to our clients and to the community because there's always a need.
Obviously, and it's great, especially for homeowners, because and then you obviously rent out equipment too. I didn't even know that as well, so that's good to know. So great job.
Great, thanks, Kim.
Martin, would you like the next question?
Yes. Can you tell us about the services that you offer? Can you tell us more about your hoarding cleaning services?
Sure, I'd be happy to. So like other restoration companies, as Ryan mentioned, we are the largest restoration and cleaning company here in Rhode Island. And we also have an office in the northeast corner of Connecticut because we do provide services in both states. So we can help home and business owners when they've been affected by any type of water issue. Unfortunately, a lot of homeowners right now are experiencing frozen and broken pipes because of this cold weather. So we've been very busy helping homeowners get their house dried and their belongings dried. We can also help with that any type of issue from fire, from smoke, from mold, from trauma or biohazard spills like a sewer spill. And we do all different types of specialty cleaning services that just no one else provides. We work with real estate and property management professionals to provide tenant turnover cleaning and all types of top to bottom cleaning to get homes and properties ready to move in. We also provide nuisance animal cleanup services. We provide and specialize in hoarder and estate cleanup and working with our hoarding clients, which is an affliction which affects tens of millions of Americans. We also can do simple things to help home and business owners, like cleaning your carpets or your floors to get them clean and sanitized, which is so important right now, and even cleaning your air ducts and HVAC system and so much more.
May I add that we ended up hiring Servicemaster by Mason. I guess it was last spring, I think it was, and they cleaned our vents and they professionally cleaned our kitchen floor because it was a kind of a different kind of a tile. And I'm telling you, you guys are amazing. I mean, the floor never looked so great. The vents, you know, they weren't that bad, they said, but you know, air is better. And I would highly recommend your company to everybody because you are polite, you're clean, you're respectful, and that's what I like to see if someone's going to come in my house and do work. That's what I would want. So you know, you're amazing.
Kim, we appreciate the opportunity, and it is. I mean, we set ourselves to a certain standard because we are visiting people's homes. It's a very intimate process that we are dealing with. It's, you know, again, it's a stranger. You have to warm up to a stranger within 30 seconds of them entering your house, and that's what we want to provide is that confidence and ability. And I want you know, our customers to feel comfortable with, you know, us being in their home. So it's a big deal, a very big deal.
Exactly. Thank you.
And Joe, to go back to your hoarding question, we have been doing quite a bit of hoarding. It's now a disorder that's recognized nationally, and we tried to help. The tough part with hoarding is with it being a mental and also a physical need. We can help a lot of times with the physical need. It's the mental portion of what we do that really needs a lot of help, hand holding, because we can go in and clean in a house relatively quickly. It's how do we stop that cycle from continuing? Because right now we're dealing with a customer that we helped almost 2 years ago, and they've come full circle and need our help again, because they didn't get that additional therapy that was required. And we help, we're not mental health professionals, but we do have resources to help clients, if they so choose, to reach out and get that secondary help, because it's not a cheap venture to deal with it. There's a lot of different bacterial and all different sort of concerns that go along with the hoarding disorder. But we really try to help the physical and pass along for mental health beyond that.
Provide a lot of resources.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting. Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, and what's the statistic best? 1 in 8 or 1 in 6 individuals have different. 1 in 8 have different levels. With hoarding, it goes from a level 1 hoarder up to a level 5, and I'm technically a level 1 because my garage is is there. But again, with the hoarding, it really starts with a potential loss. If somebody passed away or they lost a loved one, or it's the idea of collecting things to make that your family. And usually when we're working, we can kind of help decipher when things started hurting or went wrong, and we can help the therapist group with that information as they proceed forward.
That's wonderful. That's great.
That's very interesting.
So,
Joe, would you like to take the next question?
Yep.
Yes. What advice would you give homeowners on mold cleanup?
So I'll take this one, Beth, if that's okay. So if you have with mold, there's a visual aspect and then a smelling. So you use your nose and eyes when it comes to initially identifying mold. So if you are seeing, think of you guys know, like a dandelion after it goes through its growth cycle, it has a white puffy seed head. So under a microscope, that's what mold will start looking like on a surface. So we want to address those seeds so they don't get a chance to start growing in another space. So if you're seeing that type of fluffy growth on your walls, or you're starting to smell stuff, before you touch it, we're always available for a phone call. It doesn't cost anything for some general information. And then best case scenario, I come out and visit, and it's not a big deal. If it is, then we have certain protocols that we follow to address it. Now, if we're not seeing visible molds, I'm an IEP, which is an indoor environmental professional. So I can go in and take air samples so we can identify, how many mold spores are in the air, what type, and how to correct that. So we try to make it a full package when addressing potential microbial growth issues.
And I think the biggest concern, for homeowners to know is not to do it themselves. 20, 30 years ago, people would just pour bleach on it and think that I'm killing mold. And bleach has actually been banned by the EPA for use against mold, because bleach now is 90% water. And the only thing that mold needs to grow is water and something to eat. And that's it. And when you pour bleach on it, you're simply spreading the mold and the mold spores. It is not killing the bleach. And unfortunately, so many homeowners think that they are, and they try to take it into their own hands, and then they wind up having additional issues, and they also experience the health concerns of mold too. Everything from sneezing and runny nose to headaches to congestion, itchy eyes, skin dermatitis, getting skin rashes, coughing and wheezing. There's so many health effects from mold. It's so important that you give us a call and let the professionals do it for you.
That's great.
Yeah, and Martin, we just added about 3 months ago, Beth, a proprietary product that allows us to save on labor and material costs in areas that are non-living. So you think of a non-living space like an attic or a basement area or a crawl space. It uses a nano zinc technology in this product, which again, it's a game changer, because dealing with mold can be an expensive venture. So we've always looked for ways to reduce costs for our customers, especially when there's questions of insurance being able to cover certain losses or not. We can always come in and address those areas. We do a lot for the real estate and property management groups, where it's found during a home inspection and they need a quick turnaround to keep the deal alive. So we've really worked hard to find different avenues that can help save our customers money and time.
As Ryan mentioned, we're the only ones around that's offering this. So we're very excited to be able to.
Can I ask another question about mold? So what's the difference between mold, mildew, and black mold?
So they're all under the fungi. If we remember back to our earth science days, the fungi kingdom. A lot of times you'll find, yeah, I'm a fungi too. So, it's one of those.
Interesting.
But so mold is, we call it microbial growth until it's identified. You don't know, there are hundreds of thousands of different species out there, Kim. So they do, technically mildew falls under the mold terminology. Black mold, under a microscope, there, again, dozens and dozens of species that are black in nature, but may not be an issue mold as far as the concern a lot of times is the type of growth that gives off mitotoxins. Mitotoxins are kind of, they off gas while they're growing. So it's kind of like a dog marking its territory, if I can use that term, to prevent other molds to start growing in that area. Those mitotoxins affect us. It affects our eyes, our nasal passages, and unchecked can really do damage to our neurological system and our bronchial system. So our airways, we just can't clear those mitotoxins in large quantity. So there's no different protocol if it's identified as black mold, regular mold, we'll call it, or mildew. It's all wrapped and addressed under the same protocol.
Well, that's good to know. Thanks for explaining that further.
Sure.
All right. Let's see, who's up? Martin?
Yeah, that was me.
It's you. Okay.
I'm next.
That thing you're keeping track.
Yes. How has COVID-19 affected your operating now? Have your cleaning service increased? That's my question.
Absolutely.
Martin, yeah, go
Yeah.
for it.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, no, Martin, we've been all out since last March 17th. So my birthday last year, we've been helping clients up and down the East Coast, up to Boston, down to New York area, in their battle, in our global battle against COVID. So we had to do a quick research and development in-house to make sure we were providing a safe and efficient service for our clients. So with that, we utilize electrostatic. Electrostatic is a term used to negatively charge a solution as it's passing through a sprayer unit. Those negative charges, just like a magnet, will attract to a surface that's neutrally charged or neutrally charged, and it makes it draw and spread over a surface. So you get full coating and you get full dwell time, which combats obviously COVID-19. We use a hospital grade, food safe product that needs a 4-minute dwell time, so we can take care of a 10,000 square foot facility in under a couple hours and allow them to come back to the space and get operations going again within a 15-20 minute time frame.
That's
And the
really
reason that
interesting.
we use electrostatic spraying is because it's exactly what the CDC has recommended.
Oh.
You know, there's kind of manual wiping, and unfortunately, that's just smearing germs around. And then there's what's called fogging, and it's a lot of drops, but it's not hitting all the surface, so it's not cleaning and sanitizing all the surface. So we use electrostatic spraying because it's exactly what the CDC has recommended, specifically for municipalities, for healthcare facilities, for schools, and so many other types of industries. So we are using exactly what the CDC has recommended. As Ryan mentioned, we're using an EPA approved hospital grade disinfectant with it. And we're able to sanitize and disinfect facilities big and small, and homes as well, homes and vehicles. We've been brought in to do many homes and vehicles that they've had concerns in too. And not just against COVID. It's fortunately for all different types of harmful germs, viruses, and bacteria. So influenza, so flu, MRSA, E. coli, and so many more. So we're able to very thoroughly create a clean, sanitized, and safe space.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah,
It's
good
very
to know.
clean.
What do you
Yeah,
recommend? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Ken. I'm sorry.
I was just going to ask, like, you know, for the regular homeowner, how do you, what do you recommend? You know, obviously, you know, the services you provide for more of, you know, hospitals and businesses and whatever, but and for homes, but in a regular general basis, to protect from COVID-19, you know, the virus, what do you recommend homeowners
Yeah,
to use on a regular basis?
Yeah, so I always recommend homeowners to pop onto the CDC website.
Okay.
Things are changing, you know, as you see on the news quite a bit. So just keep up with that and how they're changing protocols as needed, obviously. But we have not been doing a lot of residential COVID because everybody's isolating back to their home. So they've basically, once you've hit your the time that the CDC recommends, it's changing 6, 7, 10 days of quarantine. It's no longer a concern in that property. So what we do is mostly business and, you know, small and large business, so they can continue their operations. You know, again, if somebody needs preventative, we can handle that, no problem. In a residential, you know, if somebody's been sick and they say they moved out to their RV for quarantine, we can come in and deal with the house so nobody else potentially gets sick from the issue. So the goal is to break the chain. So if somebody's removed from the space, then we can disinfect. But if they come right back in, the chain is reconnected, and that's a lot of times the concern.
The other concern, Kim, too, is, you know, and Ryan always talks about this, is dwell time. You know, so many people are using so many products in their home right now to keep it sanitized and safe, especially, you know, some basic touch points every single day. And say you're using those disinfecting wipes, which are great, but you have to look on the back to see what the recommended dwell time is. And usually it's anywhere from 8 to 10 to 15 minutes. So if you take one of those wipes and you wipe down your counter space to sanitize it, and you say, well, it's so wet, so I'm just going to dry it, then unfortunately you just dried away all of those sanitizing and disinfecting properties before it had a chance to sanitize. The other concern is too, we really encourage everyone to go to our Servicemaster by Mason Facebook page or our Twitter page at SM Westerly, because we're always putting tips up there, cleaning and sanitizing tips up there for homeowners especially, and business owners as well. And we're also putting up there a lot of details about the over-the-counter products that you shouldn't use together. You know, for a while it was so hard to get them that everyone was just grabbing and using what they could find at the store. And so many of those products shouldn't be used together because there's some serious health concerns, like ammonia and bleach can cause chlorine gas. So, you know, again, it's just two over-the-counter products that people would just use to clean their homes, and yet, you know, it's something that could be fatal. So we're always putting additional details up on our social media pages to try to give great advice about cleaning, especially during these challenging times, and also warn people what they shouldn't do.
Yeah, that's good to know. Thank you for that information. I'll check that out definitely. So, Joe, I think you're next. If I got that right.
Yes. Congrats on celebrating 30 years of service. What makes your company stand out from all the rest?
Awesome. So yeah, 30 years is a long time, but it's been good. Um, Joe, what sets us apart? And I wrote it down is credibility, uh, confidence, and capacity. The three C's. And there are a lot of other groups out there that do what we do, but we're a family business, family-owned business, and our goal is to take care of our customers, and that's the bottom line. I'll go into projects where maybe an insurance company wouldn't cover certain aspects of what we need to do in the property, and I'll do it regardless because it's the right thing to do. And whether it's a billable thing or not, it doesn't matter to me. If there's a young infant in the house, you just have to be conscious of what type of work and safety measures are are being applied in that situation. So I think that's really what sets us apart, is willing to go above and beyond, think outside the box. Whether we know the answer or not, we will find it, or we'll find somebody who can for you. And that comes back to what Kim was saying. We do have a large list of people and vendors and companies that we worked hard to put together to provide a full service for our clients. And at the end of the day, we have our name, and that's it. So we're as good as we were the day before, and we continue to try to get better every day with initiating new protocols and new products for our clients. So every day is a new challenge. You meet new people, new personalities as you are out in the field, and you figure out how to meet people where they're at and take care of their needs. And that's, in a nutshell, that's what we try to do.
And we offer a lot of services too that just other similar type companies don't provide. We're the only one around that will actually rent our equipment, day to day to home and business owners when they have a need, or do-it-yourselfers. We specialize in working with our hoarding clients. Again, there's not many other restoration and cleaning companies that can provide the specialty services that we do.
That's wonderful. Great work. Keep it up.
Thank you.
We need you. We need you. Okay, Martin, would you like to take the last question?
Yes. What else would you like others to know?
Yeah. So I'm in the works of putting together another service on top of our odor removal service that we already have. But being inventive, we have a proprietary product that's coming online that will be huge for odor removal, nicotine, removing VOCs from areas. So that'll be blasted out. Beth will help educate the interweb community on what that is. It's how do we save our customers time and money and get them back in their properties, whether it's skunk, nicotine, biohazard. This method will definitely help get people back in their properties sooner than later.
Oh, wow. That's really interesting.
Just so many different customers that we can help. As Ryan mentioned, earlier, we have the office right here. We serve the entire state of Rhode Island. We serve the entire eastern half of Connecticut, Massachusetts. We've gone all up and down the seaboard, helping businesses and homeowners when they've been affected by major disasters. We've done a lot of cleanup efforts after hurricanes, not just in our area, but states all up and down the East Coast. We also were involved in the cleanup efforts after the attack of 9/11. Ryan was personally at the Pentagon for the cleanup efforts there. So we can work on all different types of projects and service our clients' need, whether it's one room in their house or the entire house, one office in their building, or the entire building. We're simply here to help.
That sounds awesome.
Thank you for that. So you cover obviously this area, but you mentioned the Pentagon during 9/11. How far do you venture out?
So with Servicemaster, the Servicemaster Restore brand being a national and international service, we will hook up with other franchises if they need our assistance with equipment or management skills. So we'll travel. We've been a lot in Texas, Florida, hurricane travel work, tornado work,
Carolinas, Virginia.
flooding, Carolinas. Yeah, so up and down the eastern seaboard is really our wheelhouse as far as the large commercial drawing applications and project management in that world. And then we have our meat and potatoes, which is our local community. And that really drives us to do better because, I mean, we live in this community and we want to take care of our customers. I want happy faces when I see them at a restaurant and, give me a high five or send over a cocktail for good work done. But, that's really, again, it's taking care of our customers, at 24/7, 365 days a year. We are available to either chat or mobilize and, get the ball rolling.
Well, thank you. Well, we're hitting that half hour, so it concludes our broadcast. It's been a pleasure to chat with you, Beth and Ryan, and to hear all about Servicemaster by Mason, more detailed information, which is so helpful. So we do appreciate your time. We wish you well now in the coming months. Also, thank you to Martin and Joe for being great hosts. And also a special thank you to Ben Barber for producing the broadcast. So please keep an eye on Facebook for our next broadcast. We do have Dr. Reverend Wayne Eberly from the Duns Corners Community Church is on next week. So in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your week and stay safe and healthy.
Well, that's it for now. We'll see you next time on The Beat.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.